So, as much as I might like to go further, it is looking like I'll probably have to turn around at this point in time. So what you can see up there is what we call a northwest arch. So, and you can probably see, if I hold the camera steady enough, that it's moving at a fair old rate. So what's happening is we've got a southerly coming up the length of the country on the west coast, which is in this direction. So down the end of this valley is Lake Lyndon, and the snow-capped peak just in front is Mount Linden, where I walked up before, and that's Tregam, where I walked up last time, so along that ridge, and then back down this valley. So I'm on the side of Foggy Peak, which is, excuse the wind, that one up there. Now this is a scouting walk to see how the slope was, and I was intending just to go to the end of the scrub into the snow zone just up there. So from the snow we had on Monday, it's now Thursday, and most of it's melted, a few patches in the shade, and the temperature at the moment is 15 degrees Celsius. However, I'm told the wind has been gusting enough down in that valley that I had to lean at a good angle, but I'm in a dead zone here at the moment. So it'll probably gust up to, I don't know, I think I read somewhere about 100k, so 60 mile an hour. It's probably a lot less of that at the moment, way less than that. But if you look at this mountain, what you can see is that it's starting to get obscured, and so there's the southerly on the west coast is coming up, and it will come down that valley. Hence the northwest arch is being pushed off the west coast. So the wind that's blowing at the moment is coming from that direction, which is northwest. It's just past lunchtime, so the sun's in the north. For those that might not remember, New Zealand's in the southern hemisphere, so the equator's to the north of us. Sun rises in the east, sets in the west, and all that stuff. So anyway, so I'm quite happy. The ground that I was walking up, unlike Mount Lyndon, isn't frozen. It's actually dirty mud with stones in it and snow, so it's actually quite soft. I've got my Solawa GTX boots on with the extra stiff sole and some woolly socks, and it's actually quite comfortable to walk on, and the rigidity in my boots is actually making the slopes quite good. Of course, going down is a different story, but that's the fun part of it. So all in all, it's a good day out. I would have liked to have gone up a little bit more, but it's going to take me half an hour or so to get down, and I think that's probably not much more than half an hour away. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so what you can see is that northwest arch has disappeared, and the wind itself has pretty much almost died completely. The mountain's a little bit more obscured from a little bit up higher, and you can see like the cloud has slowed down a bit. So I'm a little bit lower down as well, so the wind's got to come over that slope. But you can see from the tussock further down that it's hardly moving now. So back to the car, and then I'll go home, really. So from my point of view, it's turned out to be quite a good little escapade. You can see the dirt ground that I'm walking on, and I had fun walking in the snow as well. So it's powdery stuff hanging around. So yeah, so that was a good scouting run, but I think probably another 3 or 4 weeks maybe I'll come back and have another look at it when the wind is and weather is a little bit more stable. It'll start to warm up from now on, so warmer days. It'll stay at around 15 degrees till the middle of September, and then we'll get the odd 20 degree day. But I don't really expect it to get much colder than 0 degrees overnight, too much more. So there'll be a lot more days like this, which is good. I was hoping for a much colder and snowier winter, but it didn't materialise. But hey ho. And you can see that back shadow way over in the distance. That's where I was the other day, at the other side of those hills. So it's 100 kilometres away. It's Canterbury, the Christchurch city. So that probably, and there's a really nice peak over there as well. Needs exploring, poking itself up above those hills, and you can see a few roads and trails around that still need investigating. But yeah, so I'll just wander back down to the car and disappear home. But a nice day out. It's 1 o'clock, and just as I'm standing up, there's the first 2 or 3 spits of rain appearing. So a well-timed exit, I think. I didn't really fancy testing the waterproofs out for another day, and we'll see how it goes.